being a guy in my late 20s, I'm 29, I've seen some turbulent economies unfold, I really have. I was still in sixth form, that's like high school for those of you in the United States. I was still in sixth form during the 2008 recession, which was crazy. The kind of great financial crisis, that was quite wild. That was a rude awakening just as I'm coming of age and going out into the world. There is all this utter economic misery unfolding and everyone's losing their jobs and losing their shit. That was an interesting backdrop for me at that time as an impressionable teenager. And then of course I went to university in that terrible economic climate just as everything was getting unbelievably competitive. Just to get an internship was furiously competitive. Just to get like voluntary work for certain companies, I can remember being disgustingly competitive. I can remember being around 20 years old actually having to get like 2 trains to this company to actually knock on their door, go in there and introduce myself just to let them know that I've applied to be a volunteer at their organization. Like that's the kind of action you have to take in economies like that. And then lo and behold, not too long after that, I'm pretty much mired in a situation whereby, I say I'm mired, I guess all of us, we're in a situation where there's going to be another shit economy. So what do? We have to become recession proof. We have to become people who are proactive, who are really invested in our development, because I think the world is going to increasingly become very turbulent. So the strategy becomes one of gaining high value skills, lucrative skill sets, things that are going to enable us to be financially independent and secure moving forward. So gaining skills like entrepreneurship, leadership, gaining skills like very valuable digital marketing skills, things like sales. All these are really wonderful timeless skills, financial management skills, all the rest. Things that are going to be very, very future-proof and robust and have been valuable for humans. Learning business, have been valuable for humans for a very, very long time. These are the sorts of things that we need to now equip ourselves with to be proactive, to be to ensure that we actually have the capacity to be anti-fragile in the situation that's going to unfold. So, looking at the trends, looking at statistics, I've kind of decided, I guess it's in alignment with my proclivity, that I'm going to invest my time and energy to now pivot out of my current industry, which is project management in the higher education sector, which is a sector that's been decimated by this crisis, and now employment and secure employment and promotions and opportunities going to dry up like you wouldn't believe in the higher education sector. It's going to be very tough times for people moving forward, and for ambitious people who really want to get ahead in life. I think it's going to be very difficult in this sector. So what I'm going to do is what any logical, smart person who's ambitious and hardworking and driven would do. I'm going to just pivot out of this. It's been a wonderful learning experience, mostly for the mentors that I met and the really high achieving people who are project managers who I've met, who have demonstrated to me what it is to be a real solid executor and be a real solid individual overall, to be cool, calm, rational, unwavering in the face of challenge, strong, resilient. I've got a fantastic mentor right now who's a very experienced project manager and kind of like senior leader. She's been a university lecturer at 2 different universities. She's been a chief officer at 2 different local government bodies. She's a very inspiring person. She's currently a CEO, and I kind of met her through being a project manager and managing projects, and indeed I've done some projects for her, and she's taught me a lot about just what kind of like fortitude and resilience it takes to actually go on and achieve things. And her story is really interesting because she came up during an extremely difficult economy. So for those who are driven and hardworking, it's always out there to get it. You just need to make the right decisions and be smart and actually go where you will get opportunities and where there will be capacity to progress. And right now in higher education, as a project manager in this sector, in this economy, there's going to be, like I said, a £10 billion loss in the upcoming years. And typically when times are tight, things like projects are actually the first thing to be cut. So you got to be smart, you got to be pragmatic. As much as I do love being a PM, I'm now going to have to pivot into something else. I think that's the nature of the world right now. People do have to be willing to step outside their comfort zone and do new things and have multiple streams of income. And that's what I'm going to be doing now moving forward. So let's just dive right into the topic, Motivation Mondays. And what we're going to be talking about here is a learning challenge I'm going to be embarking on. I'm going to spend the next 7 days learning as much as I possibly can about digital marketing. My goal is for the next 7 days to get sufficiently knowledgeable and sufficiently certified in pay-per-click advertising, that's PPC, to actually get volunteer work, and for me to actually build a bit of a case study portfolio so I can then use that and leverage that to get some good permanent full-time employment in digital marketing, and then I'll seek to move forward in this industry where there are opportunities, where there is genuine capacity to work hard and make some real money and move forward and have a secure, high value skill set which will be future proof and sufficiently robust that you do not have to worry about continuously getting shit canned because your sector is crumbling. Digital marketing is looking really good right now from the facts and figures and statistics that I've encountered myself, and at any rate I'll soon find out for myself by going out and taking action. So Motivation Mondays, my friends. How am I going to do this? How am I going to embark on this task of digital marketing fundamentals mastered in 7 days? So what I'm going to do is I've actually got a course to help me through this. It's done by a really interesting dude, really cool, chill dude who I've actually met. Actually ran into him at a conference in London, just totally randomly. And I was actually already enrolled on his course, so that's kind of a funny bit of serendipity there. So I'm going to go through the course materials. And I'm going to go through the process of getting the Google Ads certification, the Google Analytics certification, and then I'm gonna put some freelance work together, build a portfolio, and then reformat my CV, redo my CV, and then by the end of the year, I wanna have put my CV out to 100 employers in the digital marketing industry. Right, so that I think really sums it up. That's a good comprehensive view of it. I guess given that it is Motivation Mondays, a little thing I suppose I'll leave you with is just the idea that in this economy, in this turbulent time, there are opportunities out there. There are definitely really good things we can do and good things we can invest in to invest in ourselves and invest in our future. That if you look around, yes, there's people struggling, yes, there's people having a difficult time, but those who are motivated and hungry, they will make their way through. In life, you have to be the wolf and not the sheep. You have to be the person who is willing to pivot, willing to move, willing to shuffle and take actions which other people may not actually be willing to do. That's what separates people from the unconscious masses. That's what separates you from the herd. People aren't out here making YouTube videos every day. You know, people aren't out here taking action to upload a video a day. It's not too difficult to actually, in my opinion, compete with the average person in today's society, because most people are too distracted by social media to even play the game of success and taking action. So to me, you know what? I've got a mission, I've got a purpose, I'm a naturally very motivated man, and I love to grind, I love to work. So for me, you know, I'm gonna have to find a way, I'm gonna have to make it work, I'm gonna have to make myself good enough, and on that note, my friends, I'm gonna dive right in. I will keep you posted on the status of this challenge. I'll give you an update video and create some vlogs on this topic, and I will update you with the status of this transition I'm going to make. If anyone out there is also navigating this economy and wanting to maybe embark on a similar journey in digital marketing, please hit me up and let's connect, let's talk, let's motivate each other, let's inspire each other, and ultimately we can all come up together. So thank you very much for watching, my friends. I'm Ravi. This is Ravi's Bucket List. If you like this video, please drop a like. If you want to comment, I'd very much like to hear what you've got to say. And if you've liked this video so far, please consider subscribing. It's very, very much appreciated. Like I said, I'm going to be uploading these videos very regularly, one every single day, and there are a lot of other video projects I've got on the pipeline, and I would love to have you with me on this journey. I'm Ravi, this is Ravi's Bucket List, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. All my very best wishes. Thank you for joining me for Motivation Monday. Boom.